Angela Merkel will hold an emergency meeting with French President Emmanuel Macron in order to try and resolve the EU's coronavirus funding black hole. Due to the coronavirus pandemic which ravaged Spain and Italy, the EU has put forward a mammoth €750 billion £676 billion rescue fund. That huge recovery fund will be on top of a proposed €1.1 trillion £993 billion EU long-term budget for 2021 to 2027. Both funds have come under fierce opposition from the so-called Frugal Four: Holland, Sweden, Austria and Denmark. In order to solve the budget crisis gripping the continent, the German Chancellor will host Mr. Macron in the German town of Meseberg on June 29. This comes as the French President met with Dutch Prime Minister, Mark Rutte, to discuss the recovery fund and budget. The proposed package would consist of €500 billion £451 billion in grants and €250 billion £225 billion in loans. However, Mr. Rutte has pushed for the package to be made up of more low-cost repayable loans in opposition to Brussels's proposal. Crucially, the proposed budget would need to be ratified by all EU states in order for it to be approved. Last Friday, Mr. Rutte raised further doubts on whether a deal could be reached at a summit in July. He said, "It is uncertain whether it would be finalized then or whether we would need more sessions, and whether they should be during the summer or later." After meeting the Dutch Prime Minister, Mr. Macron stated the bloc is stronger together. He added, "We have always been able to find constructive agreements with the Dutch Prime Minister. We have European fibre, we know that we are stronger together. I am confident that we will find common ground on the European recovery plan." In a further sign of the division in Europe, a poll in Dutch newspaper Volkskrant from INO Research found that 61% of the Dutch public did not support the EU recovery fund. In contrast, Ms. Merkel has stated a failure to agree on the fund could lead to future problems within the EU. With the UK departing the trade bloc, Ms. Merkel insisted now was the time for solidarity across the continent. If the EU 27 do not come together, she indicated populism could rise across the bloc.